Yes, I am ready.
Okay.
Okay. But do you see me?
Yeah. No, I not see you. Can
Yeah,
you? Can you? I would like to see you. I begin our recording in Skype. Is very good. Okay.
okay. Yes,
Now,
yes, yes.
oh, thank you very much. Okay, are you
Okay.
ready? I'm glad to see you.
Oh, yeah, I am also very glad to see you. Thank
Yes,
you.
thank you for your willing to help our project. I'm glad to see you. And
No, it's also,
today we will talk about Indian education. We began a lot of program with about education in different countries. And
okay.
I know that you combine your activity of a professor at university and you are working at school, yes? You are
Yes,
principal
yes,
of school. It's very,
yes.
dear friends, I would like to introduce to you my friend and colleague, Keshab Chandra Mandal from India. And I would like to ask you, did you remember your first class or student groups? How many years you work in the system of education?
Yeah, for last 23 years, I have been teaching in a school. For last 23 years.
Oh, it's so long. I read your books about India, and education is one of the first elements of progress of India, and it's very good. Did you remember your first class or student group? Your
Oh,
first.
yes, I remember. Yes, I remember my first class when I joined in the school. Um, the headmaster at the time in our school sent me to the class of class 11, and the session was just beginning, and very new faces who have just completed their secondary education came to the classes, and in the class, I at first introduced myself through my headmaster. My head sir introduced me with the students because I joined recently, and the students are very good. All young boys and all, yeah, that was a boys school only. So all young, aged between 16 to 17, or maybe one or two were 18 years old boys, and as it was an English class, English subject class. So students of all streams, science, arts, commerce, from all the streams, students gathered there, and I delivered a lecture in the class because I did not know the syllabus. So I taught them from my mind what I had gathered experience in Delhi and in other places of India. I shared with them, and they enjoyed the class very very much. And they many not still a few students am having relation, and they are keeping close ties with me, though they are now maybe in their 40s, and still I am having relation with them. That was very nice class. That
It's so amazing. And tell you about three advantages of the Indian system of education. Three advantages, three strong side of your education.
yes, I would like to say that the first thing is Indian education system from class from uh, pre-primary, that is from nursery to secondary level. The education is completely free. It is free education. First thing, this is a very strong point. Secondly, in elementary level, from pre-nursery to class 8, standard 8, government is providing food. The name of the scheme is midday meal scheme, and very recently the government of India has started nutrition facility, additional nutrition facility to the students. So the students are getting food free of cost at midday, and they are getting also nutrition additional as additional food, that is sometimes fruits, local fruits, and egg, and chicken. So this is the second good advantage. And thirdly, there are many educational institutions. One student will not have to, in elementary level or up to 10th standard, a student will not have to go far away from his or her house to attend a school. Within 2 or 3 kilometers, every student in India gets a school, right? These are the three strong points I can remember now.
Okay, it's very interesting. And what challenges has nowadays Indian system of education after pandemic of COVID-19? In the present times, what three challenges?
Three challenges. The first thing I would like to highlight that there are so many challenges in front of India. You see, every day in India, 86,000 babies are born. 86,000 babies are born every day in India. So you just imagine uh, if every day 86,000 children are born, then 86,000, and if in a class the government wants to accommodate 30 is to 1, I mean in a class there should be 30 students. So 30 students means one class, I mean 5,700, and 30 primary schools are needed every day to open. Primary schools means class 1 to class 5. So to accommodate these 86,000 babies after 3 years, every day government of India will have to set up 573 schools. Can you imagine? It is not possible. So it is a great challenge for India.
Wow.
Uh, it is really a great challenge. Secondly, our economic condition is not so good, so that we can send our students, so that we can send our students to school. You see, because many drop out, I find that dropouts are too much in up to secondary level. After completing elementary school, I mean up to class 8, when the students are being promoted to class 9 and 10, or and I mean and more, then the students are leaving their school. By leaving their school, many boys are being engaged in economic activities. They are working, maybe some as a laborer, and in factories, and they are sometimes they are taking training in as what I say, as tailors, and some are working in field, in agricultural field. So this is a problem. This is another problem for our students. On the other hand, I have seen that still um, uh, our 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 society, I find that in our society girls are being married or getting married at the tender age before attaining the age of 18 years. So this is another problem. Child marriage or early marriage is another problem in India. These are the two major problems. And I would like to say another problem is the scarcity of good teachers. In India, though there are so many teachers, but still still there is lacking in good teachers. Availability of good teachers is not there. That is another disadvantage of Indian education system, right?
Very interesting. And how many pupils in your school now? How many pupils in your school just now?
Okay, you see, in India there are different types of schools. This is a government school, and the government schools in urban areas, because I live in Calcutta. Calcutta means up to 1913, West Bengal was the capital of India. So this was the erstwhile capital state of India. And in urban areas, urban areas, people are sending their children mainly to private schools, because the scarcity of teachers and scarcity of what I say, good facilities are there. That's why many of them are sending their students to their kids to the government. But it is say your video call has ended. It is showing. Hello.
No, everything is good.
Okay.
Coding is
Okay.
in progress. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So you see, I have seen that in my school only 200 students are there, but there are some schools in my locality where the number of students 67, 80, 90, like that. And there are other type of schools in rural areas or in village areas where the number of students are nearly 2000, 2500, 1000, 1500. In my earlier school, where I was teaching as an assistant teacher, now there are 1,500 students, where I taught in my previous school. That was in a higher secondary school. But now in my school, as being the headmaster of my school, I see that in town areas, the attendance of students are also very few. Students do not like to come to school. Very few students are coming attending school. But in rural areas, students are coming regularly to the school. So this is another problem in urban area. In now, this is my school is adjacent to the close to the town, or it is close to the very uh, high tech city, that is Kolkata. So this is the problem in my school, because number of students are very few, and every year students are almost decreasing because they are going to private school, right?
Okay, and I have the next question. Sorry, about motivation of students. Of pupils? What methods of motivation do you use in your work? How you inspire your pupils for teaching in learning new subjects and so on?
Okay, you see, it seems to me that uh, example is better than preaching. I believe in that maxim, because that is why I want to go to school. I want to attend my school regularly, and I follow punctuality. So I am I am a regular person. I used to go to school regularly. Number two, I'm a punctual man. I used to go before the before the prayer bell rings every day. This is I never come to my school late, and and I never did in my earlier school also. Third thing is that I always try to bring innovativeness in my teaching, because I have seen that, and my teachers, some of my colleagues often complain that the students are inattentive. But what I do, I never sit in my chair while I teach. I always stand and teach. So when I teach, I feel that I am having eye to eye contact and my heart to heart contact with my students, and the students never become inattentive in my class. I never seen, when in my earlier school also there were a combined class. There maybe 105 students were there. In that class also, I never saw any student to be inattentive. Never the students look outside of the window and they talk, or they sometimes snatch names. They never did so. Always they remained attentive. And still, yesterday also in my last class, they were attentive, and they attend my class regularly. And what are the new things going on in and around the world? I always try to share what I read. Maybe they may not understand what I am telling to them, because the nature of my study and the subject of my study is naturally quite higher than them. But still, what I read or from books and what I read in magazines, I try to share with them, so that they get updated with the things going on in the world. And what is the government of India and my state government sometimes give the literature regarding their safety and security, regarding different laws, and I try to share how to check what are the bad effects of child marriage, what are the rules of traffic, how to go, how to come school, why why child marriage is bad for health and family, and why one should study, and if one and I always show dream to my students. If they I think I say that if you want to do anything in your life, you have to be very serious. You have to devote your entire thought in that particular aim. You stick to them and study very hard, and definitely you will achieve your goal one day. So this time, in this way, I try to motivate my students always, and I think that they get motivated because I get feedback from them, and really they enjoy my class, and I also enjoy the company of my students very much.
And what professions are most popular in India nowadays? What profession chosen by your pupils?
Same in India, um, mainly agricultural. India is an agricultural. You can say uh, uh, I mean, many people, about about 80% people live in rural areas, but nearly 50% people, 50% people, 40 to 50% people are engaged in agricultural activity. But nowadays, no for long, teaching is a very good profession. Teaching is a lucrative job, because the salary structure is good and the facilities are also good. That is why many students, after completing their masters and doing B.Ed, they try to join an educational institution. Engineering is an upcoming field, where many students after class 12, they are appearing in joint entrance examination, and after completing their joint entrance examination, they are entering in engineering courses, and they are studying B.Tech and then M.Tech, and after giving GATE examination, they are doing MBS and they are doing PhDs, and are doing, because in India upcoming market is for engineers and doctors, because engineering is a very lucrative field in the days coming, because India wants to be a knowledge economy. India wants to be a skill India, where manufacturing industries are coming up, where infrastructure is growing rapidly, where science and technology is also growing rapidly in cyber security. Then cyber security is there, and then data engineering is there, architecture is there, and so many fields are there. Computer engineering is the most favorite profession among the engineers, because after completing 4 years of B.Tech, they get job. Most of the students who are studying in good universities and good institutions are getting involved, and they are getting good salary also, and they get also opportunity to go abroad. And so that is why engineering is another very good profession students are preferring, right?
Very interesting, because in our country a lot of people choose IT technology, and it's very successful choice. I would like to ask, I know you like a person who writes books, wrote books about gender empowerment. And what about educational sphere? In India, in your school, how many women, teacher women and teacher men?
You see, in my school, interestingly, in my school, male teachers are lesser than the women teachers. In my school, most of the teachers are women, and so being an author and what I say, a researcher of women empowerment, I always prefer women, and definitely they are doing well. Yeah, I would say that women teachers are doing better than male teachers, but not all, but but a few who are doing well. But in my school, women teachers are more.
Mhm. And I read about two concepts. I'm teacher too, and two concepts of prevention of emotional burnout of teachers. First is if the teacher love profession, love children, they have no professional burnout at all. Second, teachers are in the group of risk of feeling stressed, feeling tired, and so on. What do you mean about it? What conception close to your goal, to your opinion, to your practical work? And have you a recommendation for prevention of emotional burnout?
You know, emotional burnout. You are saying?
Yes, and stress of teaching, of professional deformation in teaching work.
You see, this is a I would say that recent trend in Indian society or in Indian educational institutions. It might have been going on for long, but being the head of the institution, now I see that degradation among the teachers is much in urban areas than in rural areas. In town areas, uh, teachers, both male and female teachers, are um, are having their personal problems. Maybe they are having their family problems. Maybe there is a separation, or not having good relationship with their partners, or with their husband, or vice versa. And I have seen that many of them are engaged in instead of reading, or instead of preparing their class notes, they are watching mobile phones, and in mobile because they are watching mobile phones, and they are not attending classes with full preparation. I mean, teachers are not getting fully prepared before attending the class. So that is why their performance is getting lessened, or is getting lowered. And some of the teachers are uh, are are so demoralized mentally that they they are giving little to the student. So this makes in mixed this makes a negative impact upon the minds of the students as well as the colleagues. So this is, I think, an impact of globalization. In the age of globalization, industrialization, and modernization, one cannot help but doing those things if he or she is not ethical enough. I mean, a teacher will have to be ethical. A teacher will have to be disciplined. A teacher will have to be punctual. A teacher will have to be sincere. A teacher will have to have fellow feelings, sympathy, empathy, and love, and equal and sense of equality for the students, and for the students, and for the teachers, and for the colleagues, and for the society. But but many of them are not having. But this is a general problem everywhere, particularly in urban areas, because I am having both experiences in teaching in rural areas. I taught in rural area for 15 years, and here in Kolkata for last 18 years, for last 8 years. So these 23 years experience of both rural and urban areas have given me some knowledge from where I can make a comparison. Right.
Thank you. You are example for your pupils. I read your post about your activity. And is education is a source of social mobility in India?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Everywhere. This is not only in India. Everywhere, education is the only weapon or only panacea of all evils, of all social evils, political evils, economic evils. Only with the weapon of education you can kill all those enemies. So definitely education is the source of mobility, upward social mobility everywhere in the world, not only in India. This is a general, I mean, what do you say? This is a general thing, I think. It seems to me.
Okay. Yes, and who is your example in the teaching, in the teacher's work? Who is your personal example?
You see, I used to follow our president, our former president, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. He was a perfect teacher, and I have not seen him, but I have uh, gone through his book extensively, and I had the opportunity to present one or two of my books to Professor Amartya Sen when he came to Kolkata, because he's from Kolkata, he's from our place. In one place, his book "Violence and Identity" was has been translated by a lady professor of Calcutta University. In that occasion, I had the opportunity to attend the program, and in that program, I had submitted, I had given or presented my two books. One is West Bengal Government, the Issues and Constraints of Development. I wrote that book in 2010, and another book, Empowerment of Women and Panchayati Raj Experience from West Bengal. These two books, because in these two books I have given references of Amartya Sen. So I read about Amartya Sen also. That is why I am much influenced by two teachers. One, Professor Amartya Sen, and another, our former president, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. And my teachers, if I want to say that who taught me personally, that I would like to say Professor Amartya Sen. He has retired from Calcutta University, and he taught me in Kolkata University. So he is my I got influenced by him. Another professor, Professor Dipankar Sinha, still he is teaching in Kolkata. He is Calcutta University. He is a great man. He is a great teacher. He is doing excellent. He is doing excellent research job, and he is a great man to me, a living example before me. And of course, I would like to acknowledge the contribution of my PhD guide, Professor Anil Kumar Jana. These two teachers who taught me, Professor Anil Kumar Jana did not teach me in classroom, but he was my PhD guide. He taught me the world of higher academy. He taught me the, the world of research. It is for him. It is for Professor Anil Kumar Jana, who gave me the opportunity to do research under his strict supervision. I am here, and I acknowledge his contribution in my life. Right.
Thank you. It's very interesting story, and I know you like good friends of my country, of Ukraine. You supported us, and in our country, thank you for this. In my country, exists very good proverb that teacher has prolongation of his professional activity in our pupils. And can you tell about your outstanding pupils or students, and are they taking part in the life of your school, your university, maybe a support school, take part in the meeting of people who graduate from this school or from this university? Can you tell about your outstanding and favorite pupils or students?
Oh yes, definitely. You see, if you see my post, you would see that in the beginning of this year, maybe in the month of March or April, I went to Kolani University where I did my masters in political science. There was a reunion of the department. So after 30 years, you see, after passing after completing my masters, 30 after 30 years, I went to the university. I went to the university, but not in that particular occasion. So there was a reunion, and in that reunion, I found many students, and they gave me honor, and I also showered them my love, and that was a very good event. But what it was to me that uh, what are the teachers and how are the or if there are any students who are still close to me and who are supporting in my academic activities, I would like to say that at first let me say about my teachers. I told you that Professor Amartya Sen, he is now about 68 or 69 years old. He taught me political science in Kolani University, you see, nearly 32 years ago. Still, I am having relation with him. In my previous book, he wrote the foreword. Another professor, Professor Dipankar Sinha, so still he is teaching in Calcutta University. So he is also such a nice person. He loves me so much that I cannot forget them. What I am doing by their by getting inspired from them, I get inspiration from them. With their inspiration, I am doing. I am not thinking about money. I am not thinking about recognition. I am not thinking about. I am not what I say have wish to gain any material good material goods rather or a material thing. I do not expect. What I expect only only their inspiration and only their love and only their blessing. Whenever I meet them, I touch their feet and seek blessings from them, and they blessed me. They blessed me. I am happy and I am a blessed man that I got the blessings. I got no still getting blessings of so many great teachers of India, particularly Professor Dipankar Sinha, Professor Parthapratim Bose, he is teaching in Jadavpur University. My another professor, I told Professor Amartya Mukhopadhyay, and my school teachers are not alive. Few of them are there. Professor Dr. Dipankar Sinha, Dipankar Devnath is there. He is a very nice man. He loves me, and I like to say Professor Shivnath Banerjee, because he is very old now. He taught me in college. So these teachers are exceptional teachers, and I would like to say when I was a student of class 12, 11 and 12, Professor Porimal Kanti Dev, Porimal Kanti Sarkar was my teacher. He is still alive. He is about 90 years old, and I am having contact with him. He loves me, and what I say, and he loves me very much, like his own son. And whenever I go to Kolani, I meet him personally, go to his house, and take some tea and exchange our views on academic and personal matters, also on school and development matters. So these are the teachers and students. I would say one Orko Roy. He is a medical student, and he has already passed MBBS. He has become a doctor, and another student he has also become doctor, and many students have become engineers, and they are now working in different fields, and they are now working in different organizations, and I am having a relation with them, and they keep contact with me. They keep contact with me. So it is nice to be associated with the students. Uh, that's it.
Thank you very much. It's so inspiring and it's amazing. your example for many teachers. Thank you for your wonderful answers. It's very good interview. I will translate it with pleasure. I wish you good luck, success in
Thank
your
you.
sphere. And is it in Ukraine now? Our children has vacations. What about India?
And the vacation, we just completed vacation, summer vacation. We just completed summer vacation. Our classes has been started, and we are now attending schools. But today, due to some local festival, my school is closed. My school, no, all government schools are schools, colleges, and universities are closed in West Bengal. That's why whenever yesterday you told me, and I agreed to talk. I mean, I agreed to give you time, and on coming 24th, there is another seminar, 24th and 25th of West Bengal Political Science Association, which I am a life member of that association, West Bengal Political Science Association, because it is a professional organization association, and I will deliver another lecture there on 25th, and so so the schedule is very busy, really. But
Yes,
still, I enjoy it.
but you are very inspiring leader of education, and success to you in all your spheres. Thank you very much.
Thank
Uh,
you. Thank you.
Thank you
And
for
I also have respect for you. My love for Ukraine, my respect for Ukraine is mostly through you, because as I respect you, I respect Ukraine. As I respect you, I respect Zelensky, President Vladimir Zelensky. So I think that your pain, your struggle is my pain, my struggle. That is why I feel very pain when Russia attacked on Ukraine. I saw that innocent people are leaving your country, and they are now residing. Some are residing in Europe, in UK, and some neighboring states in Germany, and they are living on the grants of those countries. Why shall we leave our country? Why shall we leave my home? Why the United Nations Security Council has the Security Council given the authority to the NATO, or sorry, to Russia, to evict people from them. So where are the human rights? Where are the human rights of my fellow brothers and sisters of Ukraine? This should not. But I feel very bad when I think about you and the people and my fellow brothers and sisters of Ukraine. I love them very much. I respect them very much. I think about the students. I think about the old people. I think about the aged people. I think about the ill persons who are there. So it is really very bad. And still the war is going on. I always pray to God Almighty, that the war should stop immediately, and so that people can come to their own home and live there and go to schools and colleges and universities, and do their daily works as usual. I pray to God Almighty that God please help God please bring good or good things or good wishes or good feelings in the mind of President Putin, so that he stops the war immediately. He should think about the people of Ukraine. They are his brothers and sisters. So why should he attack? No, no, it is not. It is not good. I have full sympathy. I have full support for you, for all the people of Ukraine. That is all.
Thank you for your supporting. We will win, and education in our
Absolutely.
education in our countries continue. And we in this project, I would like to introduce to my audience people from different countries who develop education. And thank you for your inspiring interview. Good luck,
Thank you.
and
Thank you very,
all the best to India. Good luck,
thank you. Thank you very
success.
much.
Thank you.